Kupal, are they looking to kind of open up the draft for themselves or looking for hard denial? And it looks like it's going to be hard denial for the second pick because that Kaja, ooh boy.
Respect.
Ooh boy. Does a lot of work.
They gotta respect the Kaja here. It seems like key on the Kaja was something that they really worried about as well. Banning the Harley is kind of like a pointless effect because, like it or not, they can still switch up with another major. We did see the Eudora kind of play.
Agreed.
Just deny the Divine Judgment. Makes things a little bit easier. Give them the Harley. We have something to deal with it. So, good read thus far, but is it gonna be enough? That's 3 games worth of hard work. Drafting is an opening here. Is it going to be enough?
I think it might be, because now they've got rid of Popo and Kupal, like this kind of opens up a little bit more of those aggressive tanks. Jawhead as a first pick doesn't sound too bad. Glue as a first pick doesn't sound too bad. Matilda is wide open for either one of these teams. The question is, what does Budak Angkol want to give up over to anti-Blitzkrieg?
Yeah, I agree. Jawhead is pretty much something they have to worry about here, considering that Linars is extremely comfort here. When it comes to competitive, you don't exactly want your opponents to be comfortable. You kind of want to take away their comfort picks. Taking Gaja is smart, but like you said as well, Matilda is up for grabs, Jawhead is up for grabs. What are they going to go? Seems like they are going to prize it on the Harley.
Okay, so they went straight to the core of the issue. Rather than taking away the legs of the composition, they just stole the core straight away. But knowing how Malaysia usually likes to play, Harley isn't exactly one of those things that people are, you know, very comfortable with playing in a competitive environment, because you need a lot of chemistry and a lot of communications to make sure that early game is solid.
There you have it. Jawhead is going to be secured here coming from the Linars. Anti-Blitzkrieg, they are very happy with these 2 opening picks. We saw Fasty with the Benedetta kind of be... It was a little bit slow in the first 2 games. He tried to freestyle.
You're going to say kind of fast.
No. He was a little bit slow, you know. Why? Because his freestyle choke did not work out, but he redeemed himself with his Benedetta.
That's a very, very good point. Let's keep that in mind here as we do see the Saber lock-in for the side of Budak Angkol, making sure that one person is not going to have a fun time playing this game. I don't know who the target is going to be just yet, but we'll find out later on to the draft. 10 more seconds, and it's going to be the Barat here to brick wall the EXP lane, or arguably the gold lane.
Comfort picks here come from Budak Angkol. We did see the Barats during the highlights, but I like the Saber pickup here because it's a replacement for the Kaja.
In a sense. Yeah, in a sense.
Just
but
for the Benedetta.
I mean, there's still options like Eudora for Budak Angkol. I think, you know, if anti-Blitzkrieg does start to identify that, they could look to ban it out. That way, the early game isn't so heavily in favor of Budak Angkol as of right now.
Okay.
But remember, Matilda is still up for grabs.
Agreed. Matilda is up for grabs. I agree with the Eudora, but just because the spells are a little bit easier to dodge with that eye for eye, I feel like the Saber out is way quicker in that sense. But of course, now, comfort picks once again here. Yishun Sin will be prioritized coming from anti-Blitzkrieg. A little bit of vision, a little bit of late game potential. Pretty standard ones. Anti-Blitzkrieg, they're not giving an inch, but I'm worried for Budak Angkol. What are they going to pick? Seems like Matilda will be banned off. They're a little bit afraid, but I don't think Budak Angkol would pick it. I don't think so.
I mean, they could have. There is a high possibility, but this feels like very planned. This feels like, okay, yes, we're expecting to see the Matilda get banned out at some phase or another, whether it be first or second within the ban phase. But let's see how Budak Angkol is going to kind of respond, because so far, based on what they're seeing from the side of anti-Blitzkrieg, it doesn't really give them too much information. And don't forget that red side will get first pick. So Budak Angkol making the smarter choice. Let's get rid of the Eudora. Make sure that nobody can lock down our Saber or even our Harley.
Yeah, this is a good, smart ban here. Considering that you deny most of the burst potential mages, it forces anti-Blitzkrieg to kind of pick into the side lanes here. Maybe an Esmeralda, Uranus on something. But like you mentioned as well, they still have the Kagura. They don't want to deal with the Aurora. Just to make sure that Harley doesn't get caught up. If you think about it here, Harley is in a situation where he's extremely hard to deal with. And from anti-Blitzkrieg side, the only one that can catch him is pretty much the Jawhead, which I don't think is the most important target. And I like where Budak Angkol is going with this draft right now.
Okay, so they get the Roger on top of everything else. They're not going to put all their baskets, all their investments into just the Harley, and they even lock in a tank for themselves. I think this is what they've been looking to set up for. You see, the Popo and Kupal would have harassed this Tigreal to the ground. So I like how Budak Angkol is thinking about the draft.
Now, my question is this Tigreal going to be mirroring Lidnar's Jawhead? We've seen instances where Tigreal is often picked to kind of mirror Jawhead's movement by delaying the purple buff reset.
Yes, however, I mean...
Is it going to be a good thing? Is it going to work? Do they have any sort of support here?
Okay.
Is Harley a good engager in early stage, level 1?
Harley isn't exactly the best during level 1s, but at the very least, he can push waves relatively quick and deal a good amount of damage, especially with the poker trick. I think the main differences here is that if Tigreal wants to go mess with the purple buff, I would expect Jawhead to do the exact same thing. So let's look at the side lanes. It's going to be Cho compared to Barat. Barat will for sure be able to push it out faster. However, Benedetta should be able to outpush the Saber, assuming that's the lane alignments.
Okay, since this is going to be a tank Jawhead, Silence, Benedetta, and Cho, who's going to be playing the Cho? Is it going to be Fasting playing on the Cho again? I hope not.
I think it just could be Key here. They're not switching. They're not switching it around.
Is this the freestyle Cho?
It looks like
It's not the freestyle Cho.
Yeah, it's not the freestyle Cho, but it looks like Key is going to be the one taking the reins. Linar is very happy on his Jawhead. Again, very comfortable composition from the side of Anti-Blitzkrieg. They like that team fight composition. They like having high value ultimates as well. The question is whether Uncle Chickenot can actually look for those big engages, or at the very least look to disengage the team from bad situations.
Well, to sum it up right now here, Budak Angkol, they are going to be banging on this Harley, making a lot of space and chaos from the backlines, and from Anti-Blitzkrieg, they have to Cho with the split push to try and catch him off with the Jawhead as well.
Wait, did they not take Retribution?
Wait, yeah, good point.
They don't have Retribution!
What?
Oh!
Wait, what?
This could be big. This could be, I don't know. Maybe this could be a visual bug. We get into, let's double check when we get in towards the game. I'm really hoping Achai actually took the Retribution because he is going to need it.
I'm worried too. I'm really worried. Now that you mentioned here, where's the, is the Flicker the better option here? I don't think so.
No. In no sense of the word is Flicker the better option.
On the Roger.
Yeah, on the Roger, even Purify will get you a little bit more value because Roger naturally will have the movement speed to catch up and the Lycan Pounce to close the distance if ever needed to. I think the big question here is when does Anti-Blitzkrieg look to buy the Winds of Nature? Because that is going to be an extremely powerful item, especially with Saber on their side, because then it's like, oh, look, all this CC, but I don't do any damage.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. That's actually one way to actually deny the damage here, but you have to precast it. That's not an easy thing to do.
Well, I mean, I think it's a pretty easy thing to do when you see him coming. I think it's when he catches you from a back angle, like from Fog of War over the wall.
He could bait your with nature.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But again, it's down to execution. Let's jump into the game and get this show on the road.
Okay, it is a visual bug, so it is good Retribution.
Oh, thank God.
We got you.
Woo! That was close. That was close. You never want to forget that Retribution as your jungler. That is one of your most important battle spells.
Yep. And as of now, this is going to be a Zul playing on that Harley. And seems to me it is not going to be aggressive plays yet. I was expecting Linars to get aggressive with the purple buff. Unfortunately, it does not happen. You can see the flicker being expanded. Zul actually winning out the pixel fight.
He wanted it. He wanted it bad. He's like, I'm going to make him pay for it. And obviously, it didn't work out, but the dominance is there as Linars is going to be walking out with the smart missiles once again. But I think it's really, really smart play coming out from Zul, making sure he's defending the purple buff side, ensuring that they don't have that vision, and they always maintain priority over the jungle entrances.
Yo, interesting start. Uncle Chicken now is going to be there to provide a little bit of assist. He's thinking to go in for the pushback, and interesting choice coming from Budak Angkol as well, because Achai started off with the orange buff first, which kind of means they were expecting that Linars has a tendency for the purple buff. So that's a great read, and it's working out in the first phase here. So nothing much crazy yet, but fast team here. There's going to be some trouble, but Zul, oh, that was so unfortunate.
Well, I mean, it was a good attempt. It does still force Benedetta to go back to base, which inevitably is still a big win for the Barat. He's going to get a little bit of gold from the energy placings for now, and even Ace, just in case things get too bad, he could rotate down and pick up that wave. But Zul is doing a really good job against Key so far.
Yeah, and it's still 50-50s thus far. Nothing major yet. Linar's going to be sending up shot. Uncle Chica now might be walking into it here. He takes a little bit damage, but
don't walk in there.
Seems like anti-Blitzkrieg, they don't exactly want to deal with this tank. They want somebody else, but they're setting up shop for this bottom turtle here. Anti-Blitzkrieg is always one step ahead. Here comes the ejector. He catches on Angkol Chica. He pulls it back, but where's the follow-up?
Oh!
But it was
Let's go!
by the passive. The passive saved his life. Oh my goodness.
Wow, he literally has 0.5% of his HP. Oh, looks like Saber unfortunately dies down, but he gets the trade kill, which is the most important. Down by bot side, Roger takes out the Jawhead. Ace is on the run. Deadly Magic still upon him. Sultan Ray gets him. Atai finishes him off with a Lycan pounce. It is already 3-1 for the kill score, but Sultan Ray having in some trouble here. Fast Team could run him down, but Sultan, does he have his ultimate? No, he does not. He will have to look to sustain the lane.
Wow, my goodness here. Budak Angkol has found a solution to deal with this aggression here. It seems like it is going to be a secure turtle, yes or no? I might spoke too soon, but looks like Achai will hold on to the retribution. And last thing, he will secure it for Budak Angkol. As of now, they've won a small engagement here, 600 in the net worth economy, but can they transition a little bit more here? Because they force Zeus to actually rotate down with the Saber. That means on the top side, Key is having uncontested farm.
Yeah, I think right now, anti-Blitzkrieg are understanding that they want to play, if they are going to play the objectives, they have to keep in mind about that top side. Oh, Sultan Ray, he's playing with fire here. Oh, Electro final blow. He's going to die. No, oh, no, he manages to get it. No, he doesn't get the Daytona's welcome, but he trades 1-for-1 at the end of the day. Really, really nice play coming out of Sultan Ray. Unfortunately for Fast Team, couldn't get the execute down fast enough.
Oh, that was so costly here. Fast Team, you know, he got the kill confirmed. But at the same time, I would say smart counter engagement coming from Sultan Ray. So 50-50s thus far. Budak Angkol still ahead. And to my surprise, you know, they are not #1 from Malaysia for no reason.
I mean, this is going to be a tough matchup, but here comes Zuz. He wants to go for the big triple sweep. You can see him. You can see him. He's so angsty. Oh, no, but it looks like, unfortunately, that is going to be Sultan Ray getting caught off of rotation. That is not ideal, which means bottom side is going to be heavily shoved in and probably going to lose its energy shield.
No, very nice opening, great decision-making from anti-Blitzkrieg here. As soon as they see 3 people up top, you know what, let's jump this guy, and they get a nice trade-off. On top of that, that's going to be a chunky with his gold plate down bottom. That means they are going to be opening up map control for this bottom turtle buff. However, here comes the setup. He's always right behind him. He's looking for the core kill.
Who's going to make the mistake first? Who's going to make the mistake first?
Patience, 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 oh, patience.
Oh, he's going to go for it. Deadly Magic already on top of him. Ace, he didn't get any lower, and the hat trick, unfortunately, doesn't close the distance enough, putting Ace at 25% of his HP, but Achai getting flicked on over. This is not the position he wants to be on. It's going to be an easy flicker for Linars, and he's going to tell them, no, you don't get to do that.
Oh, that's a big one here coming from anti-Blitzkrieg. They managed to take the Achai. Means that is going to be core slowing down as well. Linars going for the ejector here, but the flicker implosion comes in. Pose 1. Linars, do they have the damage? No, they do not. Where's the team? And that's going to be the full disengage potentially from anti-Blitzkrieg. But no, they're committing to the turtle. They are willing to secure themselves for positioning and map control here. Wow. The balls here on Linar's GC.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give it. Angkol Chicken had a really great setup. Unfortunately, Zul just didn't have enough mana to get the Deadly Magic off. If he did, oh, that would have been a beautiful, beautiful kill. Oh,
that's just super, super unfortunate here. You know, Angkol Chicken with his implosion has been extremely scary, but no follow-up from Budak Angkol. Meanwhile, anti-Blitzkrieg, they finally got picked up in terms of economy, and they're going to try and steamroll their way through. They've got Turtle, they've got a bottom tower, and look at this. Fast Team on the bottom side, Benedetta is just making sure they zone out Sultan Ray. But on the top side, they finally pick a pick off here. Zeus as well, so finally finding their mark. However, here comes the counter engagement. Linars, he doesn't have flicker. So that's going to be the stop right there. Zoe is going to try going for the poke, but he's trying to bait out Linars. Unfortunately, not going to happen. Meanwhile, middle side here, they're chunking away the tower here. Achai trying to take whatever objectives that they can here coming from Budak Angkol. It seems like with the shift in objective here, it might actually work out in terms of economy.
It could be. 3 members are rotating down as fast, trying to clear off that last siege minion. Angkol Chicken doesn't get too much here. He's got to walk away, and he goes through the lane, unfortunately. And that's going to be So's going down as well as Zul. Angkol Chicken next to fall. Daytona's welcome comes down, but fast He is just a little too quick, and when he has the reinforcements of Zamzi, things become that much easier. Wait a minute,
no.
Fast Team, he's in trouble, he's gotta run! Atai, he wants it, but Sultan Rig says, no, he's mine, give it to me, as Linares is gonna go for the next objective here, which is gonna be Achai's life. Sultan Rig still managing to hold on, will sacrifice his life. Key secures the backline kill, and that's gonna be a huge lead going over to anti-Blitzkrieg.
Oh, what a clutch there coming from Fast Team to set up the opening here for anti-Blitzkrieg to go in for the setup. And because of that, they were able to get not just one, but both of the kills on top of that. So Budak Angkol overcommitted to that stay. And that's going to be anti-Blitzkrieg going to be committing a little bit more in terms of the economy swing here. So far, the teamwork is spot on, and it seems like there is no sign of them slowing down anytime soon.
Oh yeah, I mean look at them, they're moving in as a unit, they're trying to punish the economy. Zul, this should be a kill. Yes, there we go, they managed to pop the deadly magic before the Electo final blow, really nicely done. But Rod ends up dying trying to defend this orange buff, and that is not something you want to see.
Yeah, meanwhile this is actually happening here. Budak Angkol, they are going to make one in this middle tower here, and on top of that, they are trying to take a purple buff up top. Looks like they are just focusing on objectives here. Achai getting a little bit greedy, going to be checking the boss, but is it going to be the right call here? Key is going to get dived in, but from behind, here comes Ace. Can they disengage? Yes, they can. Dinar is not in time to secure this fight, as he does not have vision to go in for the unstoppable force. But the counter engagement, the bait, Suzanne is going to go for the finish. The tank, is it going to be survive? And yes, he will not. That's going to be Budak Angkol with the pickoff. And Zol, another one from the sides. He takes down Linares and Zamzi.
What a reply. After having made a really big mistake and giving so many kills over to anti-Blitzkrieg, they almost even up the score with their following play. They managed to get top turret. They managed to get mid turret as well. Now they want to get bottom all over again. A very slow style of play from Budak Angkol, but a very effective style of play.
Yeah, Budak Angkol is just playing the split push for game here, and they're actually coming up on top. And it's, to my surprise, they're winning up in terms of objectives. It's not a big fight they're looking for. They're just going for pickoffs. And now Zo is going to take a poke onto his ace. He misses the poke over here. Is it going to be enough? Yes, he is. Zo, he won't get the pickoff, and that's a big catch coming from Budak Angkol.
Huge. Key, unfortunately, was a little bit too far. He probably should have stuck on with ace, and that would have been a little bit better to help them out in that particular situation. But hey, you can't win them all.
Yeah, I must say his
strategy is going to work. That's not what I wanted to see when I got back.
But now, the game continues here. Linares will start off with the ejector, catch out Suzanne. And Suz, he is looking for that big triple sweep. Who's the core hero here? Zamzi or is it Ace?
I think for now it's going to be Ace. I'm not entirely sure how many items Zamzi has. If you could pull that up, that'd be great. But Cho, continuing to push on that bot side. Let's look down on Lord, where they have full control and priority here. Budak Angkol needs to do something about it. They sent Harley to deal with the Cho, saying, hey, get out of the lane. We need to make sure we have priority on one of the sides and then look to try and contest this Lord.
Yeah, you look at the positioning coming from Key here. He's waiting very patiently to punish Zo, and he realizes that Zo, without the purple buff, is going to be not much big of a threat here, but Achai is going to be the ones with the hyper. So Achai is actually going to be the core hero to worry about. Suzanne is also going to be opening a map here as well in case Key tries something funny. Key is not cutting the creep waves here. He's looking for picks. And anti-Blitzkrieg, they don't exactly have a lot of info to work with, but they have a rough idea where Key is. Look at this. Immediately, they're going for the push. Key's gets popped out as well. The Day Magic comes in with the phone as well. Achai is going to go in and takes him down. The triple sweep will be safe for another day, but getting that pick means the Lord is going to be up for grabs. So Downry is going to buy liberal time. They know Smokem is going to be there to stall them in his track, but the Lord dropping those half HP, but Angkol checking out with the backblade. Is the implosion coming here? Are they going to get the Lord? Who's going to get it? And it's going to be the steal from Budak Angkol. It's a disaster for anti-Blitzkrieg. They get caught out. Very, very quick rotations coming in from Budak Angkol. What a catch.
One of the nastiest. If Zamzi gets one shot, that's going to be a complete team ace for Budak Angkol. What a play. I haven't seen one of those in ages. The invisibility coming out big time for Budak Angkol, allowing Roger to get the Lord, allowing Uncle Chikana to set up a four-man implosion. You don't see that option, but here we go. Triple sweep into the poker trick. Easy pickings for Budak Angkol anti-Blitzkrieg. They're losing so much tempo and so much pressure all across the map.
Wow, what a game here coming from Budak Angkol. This is not what I was expecting here, but they're winning all their fights on every single fight here as well. And I'm surprised they were able to get enough time to take down the Lord. and this is gonna be opening them up to knock on them as well. Fast Team is out of position. Sultan Ray is looking for the Daytona's welcome, but he doesn't have it yet, so he's gonna be there to apply a little bit of pressure here. Linar's looking for the ejector. Can he catch it? But the Lord will be taken down very safely, whereas Budak Angkol is set their eyes on the objective. So that's gonna be the purple buff. Sorry, the orange buff stolen away from anti-Blitzkrieg. So with Ace, without an purple buff, is it a big problem for them?
Well, I think it's a little bit annoying, but I think at this stage of the game, they're at 35k. They don't necessarily need it to help them win the game. Orange buff would have definitely been more beneficial for Ace in particular, but, you know, hey, they've got a lot of burst potential for the side of anti-Blitzkrieg. If they really wanted to target the person who has the orange buff to give them a back. No. Oh, triple sweep comes on through Linares. He's way too far forward. He ends up dying to the like inbounds. Here comes the Electro final blow to try and zone them away, but Sultan Rick, he doesn't care. He's too big of a boy.
Yeah, Acha was just shredding into the armors of the Jawhead. Yeah, the Electro final blow completely doing absolutely nothing at all, and because of that play, Budak Angkol is able to buy a little bit more space, and seems to me this triple sweep right now is a big threat. We know anti-Blitzkrieg have the tendency to play around the Yishun scene to bait things out, but unfortunately he just could not go out at all.
Oh boy, what is he?
Interesting to see how Budak Angkol on the fly was able to adapt and switch styles very seamlessly.
Yeah, and the big players here is going to be Sultan Rick and as well as Uncle Chickernaut, who are going to be the predeterminers of whether or not they win the fight. Because if Sultan Rick is able to kind of hold out, no, he should be okay. No,
he's dead. Oh no, oh no, he's dead. Wow, what is this? Wait, so what does he have?
He's got literally everything at this point. He's so far ahead of the game, and that purple buff is just going to make him even stronger as he regenerates his mana back up to full at this point.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy as well. Anti-Blitzkrieg, they have to kind of find a way to turtle their way through here. Budak Angkol doing a fantastic job just zoning them out. But the purple buff, orange buff soon? Okay, he's gonna stay with that. That's gonna be no orange buff again from Ace. That means 60 seconds on the sides here. Do they have enough time to challenge the Lord? I don't know. Anti-Blitzkrieg, they cannot afford to lose any more heroes now.
Yeah, they really, really can't. That Mountain Chakra is going to be extremely important for information, as this next 50 seconds is going to predetermine who is going to get Lord. Like, it's 14 minutes in the game. The death timers are starting to get a little bit more painful, averaging about, 30 seconds by now. They gotta be kind of sus about each one of these brushes. Who's gonna open up the map first?
This is a perfect trap for Zo. they know Zo has the tendency to go and pick off one potential here, and anti-Blitzkrieg, they make a play. Hey, we're gonna hold it up and down mid, but it seems like it's not working out. Zo is gonna safely clear out the top side, so that's gonna be a-okay. Meanwhile, he's got a good read, but now securing the purple buff is gonna be the way here. Sultan Ray is gonna face check this. He's gonna try and stonewall his way through, but Ace will secure it. So that's gonna be a little bit breathing room. However, 5 seconds left for the Lord. Budak Angkol is in position.
They gotta force the Lord right now. They had priority. He's gonna kick him. No, yes, he does the full one-shot onto Zul. That is a taste of his own medicine, catching him off rotation. And now Budak Angkol at a one-man disadvantage. They're pulling away. They're like, no, we can't do this. Unfortunately, that's just gonna be that Roger is gonna be flicked backwards by the ejector. Linares, he is sick and tired of this comp.
Yep, anti-Blitzkrieg, they found the key to victory here, which is to shut down Zul. He opening things up, but now with the Lord drawing to his half HP, Sultan Ring trying to force a fight here as well.
Oh no!
Not in position. They could not go for the fallout. The Mountain Shocker completely zones them out, but the Lord will be secure from anti-Blitzkrieg here. What a catch coming in from Key.
Now, this is going to turn it back into anti-Blitzkrieg's favor. Those tier 2s are not safe for Budak Angkol, and they also don't necessarily have the best wave clear in the world. They can slow it down, however, if they've got a beefy front line for anti-Blitzkrieg, which is going to be, Linares in this particular situation. It's going to be a big if here. Let's see whether or not we're going to experience more tactical pauses or whether or not somebody can face the music.
Yeah, anti-Blitzkrieg here going to be going for the push here. The Lord is going to be coming in. Do they have the damage? Looks like they are only tickling at the Lord. Mountain Shocker is going to zone them up. Linares with the ejector catches the Uncle Chicken now, and that's going to be a big catch coming from anti-Blitzkrieg. Suzanne a little bit out of position here, but he's going to disengage for now. But the Lord chunking with tier 3. That's going to be an okay push. Meanwhile, top side, Sultan Ring, is he all by himself? But fortunately for him, he does have tier 2s. He's looking to regroup with the rest of his teammates here, but he's going to be A-okay. This is pretty tanky. He forces the flickers, trying to force them out of position, but unfortunately, anti-Blitzkrieg is going to go for objectives. Meanwhile, a great triple sweep, but Samsy goes in for the disengage. So unfortunate.
Big. That's huge. That's huge. They do end up losing an inhibitor unintentionally, which is not as good. Like, I don't mind that Uncle Chickenot actually got caught out like that. He didn't waste his flicker. He knows he wants to make a bigger play later into the game. I'm all okay with that. However, losing that mid inhibitor like that, especially when you already shoved out top, you already got Sultan back into safety, back under your inhibitor turrets, that shouldn't have happened.
This is a rough game here, Budak, but anti-Blitzkrieg here. They're putting on a show. They're going all out. They're playing safely as patient as well here. Once time, they are gonna give Budak a taste of their own medicine. They are gonna take the purple buff away this time. And Budak, are they gonna be able to respond here? Seems like they are gonna be setting up shop down bottom, hoping to catch somebody, but so far, seems like nobody's taking the bait at all.
Nobody can really take that initiative because there's so much kill potential on either side that it's very risky to do so. Plus, it's 17 minutes into the game. Most people have full items. Like, check it out. Look at what people have so far. You can see even Ace, he's going for a very traditional build here, even going for the immortality just in case he's going to get one shot.
Yeah, I like the decision as well. They understand that both teams are playing double tanks synergies here. They have the Benedetta going full tank. Likewise, Joy. So both teams are mirroring each other pretty well to kind of match each other's tempo. And on top of that, defensive item up on Cho as well, key with the Athena shield, just making sure that they understand how annoying Zoo is on this Harley.
Yeah, I'm surprised Ace didn't bother going for the Winds of Nature here, but that I think it should be all right having the Rose Gold Meteor because it's going to be the magic damage he's a lot more afraid of than Suzanne finding a flank on him.
Oh, he's got the immortality here. He could sell it off while he's dead and just buy potentially a Wind of Nature or a Winter Trumpkin.
I don't know how much is in his bank right now, but that is a good observation. We'll keep that in mind for the upcoming fight.
Yeah, keeping the immortality here, hopefully, you know, going for a couple of cheese plays might be the ploy. But seems like ambushes has been set up. Sultan Ray is going to try and slowly freeze the lane. He doesn't exactly want to push out the lane, giving away too much map control. So I like how he's stalling it, trying to tally up with the Lord for 30 seconds. And it's an interesting minor detail being played from Budak, but I like it.
Let's see.
Look, he's just freezing the lane. He's just making sure that the creep wave doesn't push out that quickly to sync up with the Lord so that he can actually get map control back to push out for the Lord.
I think at that point it's... Oh, yeah. That's true. If not, it would have bounced... The wave would have bounced back in. But let's see how they're going to play around this orange buff here. They're definitely not going to be able to take it. The question is, how can they get pressure on the map to incentivize anti-Blitzkrieg to move away from this bottom side jungle?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough here. Orange buff, you know, okay, it's gonna be secure here from Sudan Rick here, but at the same time, here comes the catch from KK. He's gonna get forced out, but he's gonna throw his life here to trade 50-50s with the Way of the Dragon. So I would say a pretty quick one, but he survives. He does have the immortality. He's gonna escape through the miss of it all. Budak, they won't lose one. That's gonna be key. Going for the full reset means this next fight is gonna be a 4v5 situation. And the Blitzkrieg, they are gonna start on the Lord. The Lord is already chunking away. Ace starting to make work onto it, but Zo from the side, Linars is gonna make sure that this Hardy does not get in the way of Ace as they have to force this fight. Ace taking half HP, has the immortality, but both the tanks, they project and Uncle Chicken misses the mark. And like Blitzkrieg, they are gonna take him out, and that's gonna be the tank down. Sultan Rig not gonna be able to zone them out because the back lines are getting overrun. Archai getting pulled back with the disengage. He might be out, and Archai will get taken out. There's nothing Zul can do about it. Meanwhile, Sultan Rig is gonna try and disengage from this fight. He's gonna buy a little bit more time for Budak to come online. Guess what? Zeus is gonna be out in 4 seconds, but will Sultan Rig survive? Yes, he will. And he's gonna be A-okay as Budak gets the reset, but time is of the essence here. The Rod will be restarted again from anti-Blitzkrieg, but this time Ace will not have a lot of HP, and little did he know, he's dropping pretty quickly here. But does Budak know about this? Can they take the Lord? Yes, they will. So Budak will not respond to this just because the creep wave down mid is pushed in.
But topside, there's a fat wave coming through that Kagura is going to be able to clear out. Radiant armor being purchased by Key as well. He is tired of getting one shot by Zul. No more. None of that. I have now a fat shield to protect myself. Now, with the Lord pushing in, anti-Blitzkrieg, they could look to hard shove. They could look to hard shove this, but Angkol Chicken, he cannot afford to miss his ultimate again, because this is going to be a make it or break it for the team. It's either they win or this game is going to drag on another 5 minutes.
Yeah, looks like the Lord is going to be knocking in this wall here. Lina's looking for the ejector. Here comes the Daytona.
Oh.
He catches one. He's going to stab on the wall, but do they have the damage? Electro Final Blow is going to push at the Crystal as well, but the Crystal is not being focused from anti-Blitzkrieg. They're taking the team fight, and Budak Angkol, they are shredded to pieces as anti-Blitzkrieg is going to shut them all out. And that will be it. What a comeback coming from anti-Blitzkrieg as they take game 1 against